one. I flew to the island, the water's turquoise blue, and I'm back wild. Living in a jungle and it looks like Thailand. Everybody's gone home, 911 down. Met the girl on the plane, went to other islands, sweet like sugar cane. The girl was beguiling, putting lots of gold, you know that I'm styling. Never gets cold, emerald green on a white sand.
Welcome to television, Intense TV. I'm your host, Robert Louis Tyler the First, and today we have a very special episode of Television Intense TV Talk Show Live, right here in the Napa Valley, Cali. We have on today, Tony Saunders is on the show, bassist. He's also worked with some major stars, and first of all, I'd like to introduce Tony Saunders. Tony,
what's going on?
Welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome. Glad to be here.
How was the traffic getting up here? Was it all right?
It was very nice.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. Only a couple of spots, but you know I don't live that far from Napa Valley, so cool. I love it.
And we got to go out and do a little promotion.
Yeah,
a little self-promotions for both of us.
Can't say we didn't work today.
Yeah. We put in some time, covered our bases.
Yeah, we did.
Say thank you to the Blue Note, and also to Downtown Joe's for promoting us this morning. It's actually it's a Tuesday, so we'll have this on the internet, interwebby thing today.
Okay.
And the show will actually air in October, but we're gonna go ahead maybe later. But for you guys that are all watching, you know, online and stuff, we're gonna have a show on Friday on at the Blue Note. Tony will be performing down there. Two showings?
Two shows, 7:30 and 9:30.
7:30, 9:30.
7:30 and 9:30, and you know it's going to be a great show. Got a great band. Got Gil Johnson, who plays with Norman Brown, and
nice.
she's the first woman of smooth jazz. She's a beast. Cool. She's a beast on the keyboards, and Dee Simone playing drums. Bill Hampton on guitar. Susan Copperman on sax.
Oh, wow.
Susan's from up here. Susan's from Nevada. And also, we have the Seacliff horn section, which is a funky horn section. Tom and Ray do an excellent job.
Cool.
So we're gonna throw down. And when you say smooth jazz, you know, to me it's like a mixture of, that's just a title. Because basically, since I was young, I've been playing the same type of music. They just keep changing the names of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I still play the same. It's like funky, jazzy, rocky. Yeah, you know, but I like it when people get in my car or something like that, and I don't tell them it's my music playing, and they'll start humming the melodies.
Bumping.
Yeah, you're gonna feel it.
Yep.
So that's what
I did when I was in the car. Right?
Yeah.
We were cruising around.
Yeah.
You know, and that's September 1st. It's a Friday, 2017. If you guys are still watching this in 2018, you missed it. You know, because this show would go over. You know, people will be watching this for decades.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, it's September 1st, 2017. On your calendar. It's going to be a Friday, downtown Napa at the Blue Note. So,
yeah, it's
be there or be square, right?
Yeah, it's a great place to hear music.
And maybe we could should we drop a graphic in there, Justin? Can we do that? Throw up yeah, there we go. So this is the flyer, 7:30, two shows, and a 9:30?
7:30 and a 9:30.
Right.
And that's the beautiful Gil Johnson.
Nice.
Like I say, she is a keyboard. She's hired.
She's a wizard on the keyboards.
She's a wizard. She's a beast. She's played with Nathan East, Dave Koz, you know, you name it. Paul Taylor. She just finished Jeff Albert's album. You know, just a bunch of people's album. Me and her have written about 16 tunes since the beginning of the year.
Dang.
Because we have just such a synchronicity.
Right. Just gels, right?
You know, just you know, well, we right away. You know, I'm married. She has a boyfriend, so automatically that sexual tension went out the door.
Yeah, you can just get creative
we're brothers
now.
and sisters.
Yeah.
And so, you know,
get musically creative.
It's funny how sometimes that sexual tension will make you not get stuff done.
Yep.
You know, not only in music writing, in everyday life.
It can block like writer's block, right? Kind of like
block.
almost like
but
that.
we don't have that block. We're like brother.
Right.
Ever since we met, we've been like brother and sister, and the music we're writing is just like phenomenal.
Cool.
And it's beyond good. So we're looking for good things. We'll play 2 of our new songs Friday.
Right.
Yes, what's it called? Left Coast, and this other song that I just wrote called Sexy Something.
Nice.
And both of those songs are gonna do some. They're gonna climb the charts.
I wanted to say shout out to Jarvis Jones too.
Oh yeah, Jarvis.
My new booking agent. My new
talent coordinator.
Yeah, talent coordinator and booking agent. For bookings, call Jarvis Jones, right? And she's gonna be in the credits and all that. And also shout out to my girlfriend, of course, right? Speaking of, you're talking about, shout out to Dawn. She's happy birthday. It's her 16th birthday.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
He didn't take the show in a whole
she's
nother
younger than me,
direction.
but not that much. I'll be
no.
60 this coming up month. Here.
You were scaring me.
I'm just kidding.
I thought we were gonna have a Donnie, Donnie,
What was it? Maury Povich.
Maury Povich.
I was actually on that show, but it
people.
was when he was doing positive stuff. You know?
Okay.
Anyway, I want to get back to you. Say hi to my girlfriend. That's it. Now it's back to you. Now, you got 2 Emmys, one when you were like 14 years old, right? Is that correct?
One when I was 14 for this playing bass on this poetry for these young kids from Oakland. It was called Soul Is.
You were only 14?
Well, my dad helped me. I can't take all the credit.
Together as a team, a father-son team, how did that feel?
Oh, it was great, man.
Is it phenomenal or what?
Playing with my dad was we made the best music, because when you got that family connection, it's sometimes on stage we could look over and I just knew where to go.
Right.
You know what I mean? He didn't necessarily have to tell me where to go. I knew where to go.
It's just genetic.
Yeah. The biggest test of that is one time I had a piece of his music. Love is on a Merry-Go-Round was the name of the song. And I lost one of the pages of music, which was the bridge.
Oh, man.
And so I just thought like him, and I wrote the bridge, and when he heard it, he didn't even know that I didn't know what the bridge went like. So that was cool.
That's pretty wild, right?
But it's a family thing.
It just
you know what I mean?
in.
It just felt right. I wrote the right chords. I went to the bridge exactly where he would go, and he didn't even say nothing. So
nice.
So it was cool.
Yeah, and then you also got the New York Film Fest Awards.
Yeah, we got a lot
of the grand and the silver.
Oh
right?
yeah. Well, we did when I was young and first playing bass. When I was still in my teenagehood. I grew up on Page and Ashbury, and so I was there in 1965 when the Irish Catholic neighborhood turned into what it is today. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I saw the hippies come there, and all the groups, all the music.
But I was down there. No, that was a couple years later, late 60s.
But during that time, my dad was making films. Remember film strips in school? We had film strip. It would beep, and then they would turn to the next scene.
Right.
Remember the music that was in the background?
That was him?
That was my dad and me.
Oh, man.
So we did the music for that, and we won awards for that stuff. Because there were some epic things that we did.
New York Film Fest, yeah. And then talking about like movies and film, the Peggy Sue Got Married.
We filmed that not too far from here.
Right.
We filmed that in Petaluma.
In Petaluma?
With Francis Ford Coppola, Nicolas Cage.
Right. He's out of Napa.
Yeah.
Cage is out of Napa.
Yeah. And
St. Helena.
Yeah.
For Cage.
Well, that's his uncle.
Yeah, and he changed his name.
Yeah.
To protect the innocent.
To protect.
I don't know.
Just in case he bombed.
Right.
And Kathleen Turner was in that movie. But we filmed that in Philadelphia, and those guys were great. I wrote a song in that movie that is still paying me today. Thank you.
Royalties and residuals. Shout out to that.
Thank you. No, thank you, Francis Ford Coppola, because he could have did anything. Because I didn't know.
And he's probably saying thank you, Tony.
Yeah, I didn't know. But he made everything legitimate.
Yeah, soundtrack.
And he was just a nice guy.
You get in the credits, you get the royalties and residuals.
I'm in the movie. We're in the movie as the Formation, and we were. And then I wrote that song on the set, and they bought it in a remote truck and recorded it. So it was a pretty good experience.
That would be cool. And what was the other one? Rock Justice?
Rock Justice was actually a play that I did the music for. I've done other films. I can't remember some of the other them.
There's a ton of them.
Yeah, I've done.
You're in the credits too when they roll at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Middle-aged memory loss is. I look at this poster
movie
from
soundtrack by Tony Saunders.
Yeah, I look at this flyer for this Farmer and Chase. That's another movie that was done up here, and I knew the director and the people who put up the money for the movie, so they got me to do the music. Ben Gazzara and Laura from Loyal and this other guy. When she was on Twin Peaks, she did this movie, and it was great because the guy that's the Joker. What's his name?
On the Batman?
Yeah, what's his name? And he's always at the Laker games.
I forget. Yeah.
Anyway, the guy who's
I know
the
you
Joker,
mean. Yeah.
that was her boyfriend. He was on the set too all the time. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But I've been writing for TV,
Movies, TV,
plays, whatever you need, I do.
Right.
And then this is my third CD out on San Francisco Records. My new CD is called Uptown Jazz, and I'm having a good time playing the music around the world and supporting the arts and the kids.
And you've heard of the Emmys, you've heard of the Grammys, you've heard of the Bammys, and now we have the Tammys. It's a Tyler Award for Musician of the Month, y'all.
Okay.
And so I got one for you, right?
Right.
I present this
The Tammy
this award for Tony
Saunders. I'm really excited to receive this.
And
this has definitely uplifted me to a new level, and he's a worker. I can tell you that. He was with me today. We just put out flyers up and down.
the king of hype, right?
The king of hype,
Right.
and he hyped up this morning.
I'm the gateway to the Napa Valley. I got my foot in the door here, and
man, he's got
I know
his foot in
everybody.
so many doors.
We're gonna get this
and we were
show
able to put
going.
out,
we
were able to put out a ton of flyers, and this Tammy Award. Wait till I tell my wife. It's just exciting.
We got up early and hit the Blue Note, and thank you Downtown Joe's too. I mean, they have stuff going on Friday night, but they put our poster up in the morning. So that's cool, right?
Yeah, it's great.
That's cooler than the other side of the pillow, right?
Yeah.
So that was all right, Also, when I was young, and I know you worked with, you were influenced with Herbie Hancock and Sly Stone. When I was a kid, man, I get on the keyboard and I play that Chameleon and Watermelon Man on the Herbie Hancock on the keyboard.
Right.
Love that stuff. And Sly Stone, same thing. Get on the keyboard.
Yeah,
and play that stuff.
Sly Stone gave me a organ when I was 10 years old.
Really?
Because I had a radio show on his show. He was on KSOL AM radio.
I remember that show.
1310 KSOL before it turned to 1310 KDIA. But it was a great thing. I walked his dog Stoner. And then out of that, he gave me an organ, a miniature B3. It wasn't a B3, it was a miniature B3. But I loved it, and I played it every day. And Herbie Hancock actually was one of the people that gave me, because I had a thing for music when I was really young. I played piano first before I switched to bass. And, I was really excited about playing piano. And my parents would make me do by the book at first, because I went to the conservatory, and I had to do by the book for an hour. But then I started, I wanted to play Beatles songs, and then I started developing this sound that you hear today, way back then, because some of the songs I have, they still sound the same as when I did them way a long time ago.
Well, I bought a couple of Herbie Hancock albums when they first came out, But speaking of music, let's play some of your music, right?
That would be great.
Which one would you like to hear first?
I like to hear track one, Shania.
Right.
Shania is my granddaughter.
So we're waiting
so
for
Shania,
that.
This is for you.
Beat the drop. That's some smooth jazz. So she inspired you to write that?
She actually helped me record it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Nice.
She helped me record that song, yep.
Shania.
Yeah, Shania. She's 12 years old. She actually puts the recording buttons on my console.
Is that right?
And then we had to do a couple of passes.
In the studio?
Yeah, in the studio. She recorded my
up.
bass when the song was just bass and drums.
Right.
She recorded the bass part.
Nice. I like that. And what's the next song?
The next song is a song
real quick
that I wrote with Larry Batiste and Katrina Watts McFarlane for my wife, For These Reasons. And that's For These Reasons is the reasons I married her.
Right.
And it's sung by Sakai, who's one of the background singers in the rock group Train. But this girl sings the heck out of the song.
Okay, so we're waiting for that beat to drop.
Every day I feel the rhythm of my heartbeat in tempo with your heart each time we meet. My spirit is free the moment I see your face, and time stands still whenever we embrace. For these reasons, my heart beats for two. For these reasons, I know
Nice.
this
And is that her on the vocals too?
Yeah.
It is.
And that's Sakai.
Yeah.
Yeah, singing the leads. That's Nona Brown on the backgrounds. Yeah.
And your wife is the inspiration for the
Oh,
whole,
yeah,
for
yeah,
the
For
whole
These
number,
Reasons.
right?
Yeah.
So we got about 10 minutes left.
Okay.
The show goes by quick. Huh?
yeah,
Time
when
flies when you're
you're
having
having fun.
So I want to touch on a couple more bases.
Okay.
About John Lee Hooker and Mavis Staples.
Oh yeah, I had fun. I did after John Lee Hooker passed. I did a remake of one of his songs. I can't remember. Oh, Funky Mabel. Funky Mabel. I actually produced the track, even though I didn't get credit. I
Right.
really produced it with Ron Thompson, and it was just me and him on the track with John Lee Hooker, and it's out. It did really well, and then I worked with Mavis Staples. She sang one of my dad's songs with my dad before he passed away. A nice duet. The name of that's The Grass Greener, written by my stepmom, Pam Carrier, and great. It was a great rendition of the song. And Mavis is a great voice. I mean, what a legacy she has. And
Sure.
I'm the product of a legacy. My dad, he was one of the first black guys to play with the white guys.
And my condolences to
Yeah,
your father, too.
October 24th, he lived
Right.
until 2008, and but he left enough music in me that I'll be playing music as long as I'm allowed to stay
Right.
here.
We got 10 minutes left, like I was saying, and I like that John Lee Hooker. How.
Yeah.
I like talk that baby talk.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, he knew how to talk.
So you do jazz, gospel, R&B, pop, pretty much.
Do whatever.
The whole nine yards, right?
I've done country, rock.
Right.
I like everything.
Right,
So I like everything. I don't do the foul language stuff, but everything other than that, I'm cool with. And it's a blend. It's all music.
Oh, yeah.
It all comes from above. So.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
just
it's God-given
I'm just a vehicle.
Gifts.
Yeah,
you know?
it's not mine. It's just a
and
vehicle.
You use it or you lose it. Right. You got to
Right.
use your talents.
Yeah, you got to use your talents while
and
you're here.
produce them out there. And also, I forgot. Jarvis Jones told me she made this.
She made a tie?
Necktie. Yeah, she designs this. She's like haute couture. I can't pronounce it. Fashion shows and all this. And she did this tie and this necklace. She said, "Wear it on the show." She came with a little tag, and this is her logo, Jarvis Rose Jones, and she has a little tag on the back, same thing, and everything like. So I told her I'd wear it. She sported me a ring and a bunch of stuff, right? So she hooked me up.
Great. Well, Jarvis is a great lady. She's a great. She's always, meeting me. I'm always meeting different people through her, and some old friends that we lost contact with. And some new friends, so it's always great. It was great. She got me on the show. The day she found out I was playing the Blue Note, I think she called you and told that I should be on your show too.
Right, let's be on there. And she cooked good food too.
Oh yeah, I know that.
She made these like candied yams and you know, like this fish and man, everything was like perfect. Beans and whatnot. She had cornbread. I didn't know they had cornbread. I missed that. I didn't get any of that. So they told me later, did you like that? I didn't even see any. I was like, so yeah, and what kind of food do you like?
I'm a sushi guy.
Yeah, I like sushi too.
Yeah, I'm a sushi
Japanese
guy.
food is good.
I'm a Japanese food
sashimi
guy.
and nigiri,
Yeah,
and some
sashimi.
California roll with avocado and cucumber and salmon and
I
all that's good.
I love it all.
A little wasabi and
A lot of wasabi. I'm a lot of wasabi
heat
guy.
that up.
Yeah.
That'll open up your sinuses.
Oh
right?
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, make you breathe better.
I love Japanese food. They had a little Japanese restaurant here in town, but earthquake shut that down.
Oh really?
So, yeah, pretty much. So you were you born and raised in California?
I was born in San Francisco.
In San Francisco?
Yeah. I was actually born at an orphanage.
Really?
And my mom went there because my dad was overseas in the Air Force, and you know we
My
didn't
dad
have,
was in the Air Force too.
we didn't have all this there wasn't texting back then, so
She didn't know
I
if
was
he's
actually born in an orphanage
right.
in San Francisco on Masonic Avenue. This home that was sponsored. It's now called the Epiphany Center. I don't know what it was called back then, but I was born there, and I was one of two kids that their mother kept the whole year. So I thank my mom for keeping me.
Right.
And you know, eventually, I never met my dad till I was 2.
Right.
I was already past 2 years old when he came back from the service, and that's why I'm not Merle Jr.
Was he in World War II?
He was in the 50s. There was no war.
Korea maybe. Or
No,
something.
it was no war because he got out.
Just stationed overseas.
He got out.
And
He was stationed.
Yeah.
He got out in '58. And
I was only one then.
I was named after my uncle Anthony, and then the next kid they had, my dad and mom had, they called him Merle Jr. And I got a sister Susan, and you know. But it's been a great life, you know, I can't complain. My mom and dad, you know, both together and separately, they did a lot of things for me. I appreciate it. You know, always giving me my space to do my music. You know, I had to fight for my music, which I feel I want to do. And then, plus, when I switched from piano to bass, they were like, wait a minute, boy, we spent all that money on you.
What are you doing here?
Yeah. And now I could, because they locked me in a room and made me practice the bass 6 hours a day.
You're going to do that? Now you're going to do that. Right.
But now I could call Child Protective Services and say, hey, they're locking me in a room for 6 hours.
Right.
You know, but back then it was just hard, tough love.
Yeah. My dad was in the Air Force too.
I'm on year 47 of playing bass, so.
Nice.
You know, I'm not mad. I put a few kids to school and it's all good.
We got about 4 minutes left, so we'll do some like shout outs to people and stuff like that. But yeah, my dad was in the Air Force too, so he was senior master sergeant. He was real strict, you know what I mean? Smack you around, right? It's legal back then.
Oh yeah. We could. I remember when we used to remember when you had to go out in the backyard and get the switch what you got beat with. Right. And if you got a thick one, it hurt. If you got a thin one, it hurt.
Yeah, you get thin, it hurt worse, right?
Yeah,
So,
thin one. Remember they would have them little rose butchers with the needles on it. Man, I got hit with that.
My dad would just get a belt or extension cord, maybe a coat hanger or something.
Remember that thing? I got hit one time and I broke it. They used to wipe your clothes, the lint off your clothes.
Oh yeah.
Remember that big white thing? I got paya. And it broke.
Right.
And they said, now you're going to have to buy a new one. I was like, you know.
Yeah.
But I had a good life. You know, I haven't, you know, I don't regret anything.
That's what makes you
know,
right?
I've seen a lot.
Put you through the fire and you come out tougher than
I've been
steel,
through the fire a couple
right?
times.
Yeah.
I've been through the fire a couple times.
Makes you tougher.
You know, it makes you tougher. But you
Builds
know,
your
music,
character, you know?
Build character, yeah. You know, I wish I would have met my wife sooner.
Right.
You know, because my wife is actually, you know, she's perfect. She's a great woman, and we got equal. We got a good chemistry. We got a good balance. So we don't
complementary
argue.
to each other.
We don't argue or
Right.
nothing. So you know, I wish I would have had that. You know, instead of when you're young, you know, you're thinking about a different thing. It's how many, and it's how many, and you know, I need to get this. But it's not really about that.
Right.
Life isn't about that.
That's true. So you want to do any shout-outs to anybody out here? And
I just want to give a shout out to all the musicians who play with me, because they're always giving so much of their time to me to make my music sound better, and I really, I got a lot of people that are really close to me. Bill Hampton he's been a long time guitar player, guy that hung with me through a lot of different situations, and a shout out to my wife, Loretta. She's just, she's God's gift to me. And, a shout out to my dad for making, enabling me to play music for all these years. And, he gave me a really good career. And, Marina's been a really good influence in my life. She's helped me out a lot. She's one of my dad's wives, and a lady my dad didn't marry, Pam. They both gave me a lot of credence, because I spent a lot of time with them while I was growing up. And then you got to shout out to my family is great.
Right.
My family's great. My family my actual family in Texas, the Washingtons, they're really, really good people. They stick by me through thick and thin. So,
right.
I like them. They're not too shabby.
Well, let's get a couple shout-outs. I got to say, Lester Chambers, the Chambers brothers.
Oh, yeah,
We're going to
yeah.
be doing his show pretty quick. And I got to do a couple shout-outs to my sponsors real quick. And pretty much celebrity guests of the television show stay at the Magnolia House, transportation provided by Llama. We'd like to thank our special guest, Tony Saunders, right here. And our sponsor, Sal the Flower Guy, delivers these flowers every week on our show. Doc's Trophy Shop for making our music awards, and also Hair in Motion. And also Dr. Moore, my chiropractor, and shout out to him. And I corrected your phone number. He said in the credits you got the phone number wrong. It was off by one digit. So I fixed that digit. That was my bad. And the Blue Note for having us over. Don't forget Friday.
Yeah, Friday
September
night.
1st, 2017, if you're watching this in the future, too far. So, and Downtown Joe's for promoting us all the time, So pretty much I just want to say God bless you and yours, and pretty much till next time, America, we're out of here. And that's about it. So we'll continue.
I'm going to the top, so I'm mowing Johnny Knots. Hip-hop don't stop, so the beat I drop. Top of the charts on Reverb Nation, from St. Bart's to all the Haitians. From the start right to flotation, from my heart it's captivation. Number one is where I'm rating. You knew it was my fate, and all you haters keep on hating, cause my ego is inflamed. Born ready, died waiting, torn Teddy, she'll be made. With me there's no debating, cause the Tyler is creating. 707 to the 340. Down to St. Thomas out of SFO. 707 to the 340. Napa Valley, Cali to the Bolongo. West Indian, East Indian, I'm from the Cherokee Nation. I'm on the radio, depending on the station. 107.9, playing me in rotation. It's like heaven, it's fine all across the nation. I'm the new sensation, positive vibration. Number one Caucasian for a new generation. I came here on vacation, I'm here for the duration. Fame and transportation to my world domination. 707 to the 340. Down to St. Thomas out of SFO.